I mean, hi.
Okay. Whoa, what was that? Shit. Dirty little Chino over here. What up, guys? So I have Angela here again. It's been a long time.
I think they're talking.
Dang. Shut the fuck up. No. Anyways, guys, I've been reading a lot of your comments. Some of you guys have been asking about compounding pharmacy. I was like, shit, who do I know that's a compounding pharmacist? I wonder who. This mother Chino over here. So
China, but yes.
Chino, trust fam. We are going to do your favorite series, reality versus expectations.
Yeah.
So basically what it is, we break down 5 different things. What Angela thought compounding pharmacy would be before versus after, right?
Yeah, let's go for it.
So, okay, let's go. First thing, you said creativity. What the fuck do you mean by creativity?
Well, going to compound pharmacy, the first thing I thought about was, you know, you can do anything, make anything you want to. But, you know, after working there for almost 2 years now, there's a lot of restrictions and regulations with pharmacy.
What kind of stuff did you think you'd make before?
Oh, you know, those suppositories.
The vaginal suppositories.
Yeah.
Dirty.
But yeah, I mean, but technically it's really awesome. So there's still a lot of creativity and there's a lot of room for growth because you can make anything, a lot of different ingredients, but you kind of have to be experienced. So for example, let's say I'm trying to make a suppository and we can put a lot of active ingredients in the suppository to make it work for, let's say, a patient that's having a lot of like spasms or something like that.
Okay.
Anal spasms.
Anal spasms? Dang, you said.
Yeah, I'm kind of, I need to calm it down. Yeah, I need to calm it down tonight. Okay, anyways, but you kind of have to think about the percentage and the amount of powder you're using because obviously the more powder you use, the less form it's gonna take and it's just gonna fall apart before you can even use it. So, you know, there's like things like that that makes it kind of more creative. You're a baker almost, but in the chemistry, pharmaceutical.
It's kind of like baking cookies. You can either have a rock ass, hard ass cookie or
like a juicy, soft.
What kind of fucking juicy ass cookies do you eat? Shit.
The good kind.
But yeah, I'm sure you get the point. So yeah, you said there's that creativity, freedom of like creating that formulation and whatnot.
Yeah.
That's cool. What do you specialize in?
So we do hormone replacement therapy. I think I've mentioned it before, but we make mostly creams. So they all come in like these little pre-filled syringe creams, or we come in different applicators and devices. So it's very cool. Definitely that's something to talk about more in detail some other day.
So let's talk about the second thing. What you guys care about most? The money, guys. The money. So what did you think the pay would be before? And how did it end up turning out?
I thought I was gonna get paid a lot more because I thought it was gonna be a specialty pharmacy. But at the same time, I thought, well, I'm kind of in a, you know, very dense area, so it's very competitive. So I thought, oh yeah, I'll be bumped down like a few bucks here and there. But that was kind of a big pay cut, like almost $5.
$5. Well, was that per?
Yeah, let's do the math. So 5 times 5, 25.
I think that's about like 10,000 per year.
But you know, like you kind of weigh out the pros and cons, different environment, different experiences, and a lot closer to home. A lot of factors that you kind of have to take into consideration.
Yeah, that's true. I'm sure you're a lot happier. I know for sure once you move down here. And, you know,
lifestyle is a little bit better, more time for friends, family.
Which leads us to our next point. Better hours.
Yeah. Right? So definitely a lot better. It's an independent pharmacy. So Monday through Friday, 9 to 6. Sometimes I work some weekends, but overall I can't ask for more versus, you know, doing the second shifts for pharmacy where you close at like 10, 9, and come home around 11.
Yeah, compare that to your CVS experience for a little bit. Like what kind of shifts were you working? Were you working holidays? Tell me a little bit about that.
I mean, CVS, I was a floater pharmacist, so they put me with all the crappy hours. So I basically had to take all the night shifts, the closing shifts, all the holidays, obviously they push it to me, and it really sucked. And I would finish around 9, 10, go home, it would be 11, and sometimes they'll give me an opening shift the next day, which sometimes I like because I can come home early, but I'm like pooped out by the next day because I go home late, wake up really early for the next shift, I come home and I'm like done.
Yeah.
So it's really tiring and it's hard to like make time for other people because your schedule is always fluctuating, different time schedule. It's kind of hard.
But with this, it's like more set.
Yeah, it's just 9 to 6, Monday to Friday. So I'm always free after 6 o'clock.
Oh damn! So you guys want to take her on a date? That's when she's free. Shit. Maybe she'll hook you up with those anal suppositories too, man. Anyways, so like I guess like you had more free time. What exactly did you do with your free time like?
Well, I really like try to work out right after work, have time with my friends. If I can have dinner with my friends, that'd be great. Happy hours. But overall, like come home and just relax and like have time for myself and do something that sometimes I cook. Rarely, but
dude, she cooked us dinner just now. It's fucking bomb as shit. Was it bomb as shit, guys?
Yes.
Hell yeah, you heard that, right? So, fucking perfect housewife over here, shit. All right, and so I guess we'll go to our next point. You said earlier while we were talking before, you said you thought you'd utilize your clinical skills more often. Was that true?
Yes, it is, because you kind of have to think more on your foot. Like you're just always, there's always something that's going on. Like sometimes you'll have a formula and it doesn't come out right, and the tech will come back and say, hey, this didn't come out right, it's all like watery, or yeah, or like it's not drying, or it came out this color, like. So you kind of have to think and do a little bit of research. Also like formulations, obviously, it's something that you don't really think about, you know, when you were in pharmacy school, but it's really fun. And also in a clinical aspect, like you're thinking about all these active ingredients that you're putting together, and you're thinking, how well does this really work? Like how much will it be absorbed for this patient? Is this even beneficial? Will it cross like this certain like barrier, like, you know, like your skin or whatever it is, and how well it's gonna absorb. So those are the things I kind of have to think about a lot. So it's better than retail in a sense where you get like your top 100 and you kind of memorize like, all the, you know, side effects of those, and you're just like, all right, like you got it, and that's it. You know, you kind of always have something else you're thinking about, or doctors call for your advice. Like, what do you think we can put in this cream for this patient with this pain?
They probably don't even know about that. They don't.
Yeah, and so we kind of give them like an idea, like, okay, you can use this at this percentage with mixed with this and this, or you ask them what kind of pain is it, you know, neuropathy or whatever it may be, and you just kind of cater to their needs. So that's cool.
Do you have a story where you actually use your clinical knowledge and change someone's life, or like impacted a patient? I know this sounds hella interviewy, but I'm just really, really curious.
I might have to use this for my future interviews. No, I'm just kidding. Kind of. I haven't really, but just recently I had this patient. She was actually having this really bad neuropathy pain, and we're kind of talking about it, and I told her all these different options, and she didn't even know that these options existed. And so she's actually really excited. So I have to contact a doctor and get an approval, and she hasn't tried it yet. Obviously, we haven't made it, but we'll see. Maybe I might be able to change her life. Oh yeah, and know what's crazy? Actually, the other day I actually recommended a patient to go to a compounding pharmacy. Did you recommend to my place? No. Dude, she's not gonna drive like freaking we mail 2 hours. Well, too late. I fucked up. Sorry. I fucked up that referral and whatnot. I have to give you my card later. So. But you know, she said, you know, like Estrace, it's still like it's still very expensive. Very expensive. Yeah. So they were like trying to find a different formulation. I was like, yeah. Okay. So I get that all the time actually, and I always recommend like a estriol vaginal cream. We do that all the time. So we get that question all the time. It's a lot cheaper to do a compound in that situation, and so we do that a lot for a lot of patients, and they get the same results and they feel great. So last thing, you said something about patient interactions. What did you mean by that? What do you think before and after? It's definitely a different vibe. You don't get a lot of walk-in patients, whereas retail, it's mostly, well, it's all walk-in. Like patients have to drop their scripts off and they pick up, whatever. But with us, a lot of the time it's just through faxes. So like I said, because, you know, compounding specialty, so it's not everywhere. So doctors fax from all different like areas, NorCal, SoCal, like really south, like San Diego, different states that we're licensed in, they send us scripts. And a lot of times we have to consult patients via telephone, like about 80% of the time.
What? That's crazy.
Yeah. So it's really hard because sometimes like I have to kind of like zone in and think about like everything that they have in front of them. I'm like, okay, first open that bag and just grab one of the syringes. I want you to take a look at it, and those little tiny marks, like is, you know, like I have to explain and make sure that they really get what I'm saying.
Wait, do you
scary.
you guys just do telephone? You guys don't do video or anything like that?
No, I think that's kind of what we're trying to like go forward with in our website. I think we're trying to do like consultation videos, so we can just do them and patients can watch it, and it'll be a lot easier for patients to see. But right now we don't. So right now it's all through telephone. It's hard sometimes because they're like, I don't see that. I don't see that. And I'm just like, it's right there.
Yeah. I guess. So last question. I didn't talk about this with Angela at all, but how would you, if somebody's really interested in going into compounding pharmacy, how would you recommend them going into that field?
Well, it's definitely kind of hit or miss because I kind of didn't have any background, and it was really by luck that someone that happened to be working there per diem recommended me, and I started working there per diem. So honestly, it's everything that I've been telling you guys so far. It's just who you know really at the end of the day, especially with pharmacy. It's such a small world. So if you know someone that works at a compounding, just ask them like for a reference, or like if you can shoot your resume to them and see if you can even try it out. Or it helps if you had an internship with a compounding, so you know a compounding pharmacy or preceptor that you can kind of reach out to.
Yeah. But that connection, guess what? That was our classmate. That's right, right?
That's true.
Yep.
Thanks, Nari.
You wanna shout him out in this video?
Oh, okay. Hi.
I'll cut that part out. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. If you guys got more questions about the Mutta compounding, how to make the drug, and the special formulations, if you want a promethazine with codeine, anal suppository, Angela will hook your ass up. Anyways, guys, if you want to follow Angela, she has no Instagram friends. I think she has like 100 right now. That's pretty pathetic.
Help me out, guys.
Help her ass out. And then, guys, any questions, feel free to leave it below or email me. Bye. See you guys next time. Peace.
Once you finish, you can pay off your loans in like 2-3 years, no problem. You can save a bunch of money, buy my nice clothes, nice shoes, nice purses. Well, when you get out and you actually do get a job, I mean, yes, you're very excited, but